Paul McCartney's musical contributions to the Beatles weren't always met with enthusiasm from John Lennon. Although their songs were credited under the Lennon-McCartney partnership, not every composition was a joint effort. In their early days, the duo frequently collaborated at McCartney's childhood home on Forthlin Road in Allerton. However, as they grew older and their creative differences became more pronounced, they began writing separately, only sharing their work later for final adjustments. Lennon once reflected on their contrasting styles, noting that McCartney had a natural inclination for lightness and optimism, whereas he gravitated toward sadness, discord, and bluesy notes. For a period, Lennon even believed that McCartney was solely responsible for their melodies, while his own role was to channel raw rock and roll energy. However, he later recognized his own melodic contributions, citing songs like In My Life and This Boy as proof that he could craft melodies just as well. Despite their artistic synergy, Lennon was never shy about critiquing McCartney's work. Following the Beatles' breakup, he openly criticized albums like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Let It Be, which he admitted to never liking, and the final medley of Abbey Road. One of McCartney's compositions that particularly irked Lennon was Hello, Goodbye, which was released as a single in November 1967, with I Am the Walrus as its B-side. It was the band's first release following the death of their manager, Brian Epstein. McCartney later explained that Hello, Goodbye explored the theme of duality, expressing the idea that all opposites coexist in balance. He described the song as a simple solution to complex problems, stating that concepts like black and white, good and bad, or love and hate could not exist without one another. Lennon, however, had little interest in taking credit for the song. In a 1980 interview, he bluntly stated that the idea was entirely McCartney's, and sarcastically remarked that perception of smell was one of McCartney's unique strengths. He admitted that he had attempted to contribute something to the song, but didn't feel his input was particularly strong, aside from an improvised ending that he enjoyed, similar to what they had done with Ticket to Ride. Recorded at Abbey Road Studios during sessions for the Magical Mystery Tour TV film in late 1967, Hello Goodbye was featured on the extended play, EP, accompanying the film. Upon its release, critics held mixed opinions. Melody Maker described it as an ordinary Beatles record, lacking the cascading sitars and psychedelic soundscapes that had become their signature. However, the review acknowledged that the song still contained the unmistakable nuances and emotional depth of the band's music. NME viewed the song more favorably, calling it supremely commercial and a response to those who feared the Beatles were becoming too experimental. The single became their fourth Christmas #1 in 5 years, holding the top spot in the UK for 7 weeks, their longest reign since She Loves You in 1963. Meanwhile, Cashbox praised the track for its ability to pack a wide spectrum of sound into a seemingly simple composition, proving that Lennon and McCartney could create something impactful even within self-imposed creative constraints,